against Jihyun, playing the first women's singles. Bao and Teng, the crack top combination in doubles, taking on Zhang and Kim. And coming up to take on Bei Yunju and Zhao and Wang combination, then against Jung and Kim. And finally it will be Wang Yan who will take on the third women's singles role against Kim Hyun. So China definitely starting off favorite. History is with them. 12 titles already. Korea upsetting their apple cart in 2010. But the first match on, Lee Xuerui leading and Jihyun coming behind. So there she is in that orange clothing. Lee Xuerui, born on 24th January 91 in Chongqing, China. She has 16 individual titles already, and that does not include the 2000 Olympics gold. So a fantastic player, capable of playing absolutely sublime badminton as they exchange the countries and the umpire, they're ready for the toss. So Korea winning the toss.
Service.
Opting to serve. So Lee Xuerui, just years old, there she is, world number 1. Career win-loss, as you can see, 183 to 38, and in 2014 a 17-3 ratio in her win-loss. So a player who has been dominant in the world for a long time now, Lee Xuerui, is capable of ensuring that China moves ahead 1-0 in this tie. And the Korean girl there, Jihyun, born on 29th July 91. Incidentally, both parents were former internationals of Korean badminton. World ranking 5. Will lost 163 to 86. And 2014, she has played 30 matches, winning 23 out of them. That's Jihyun. And well, how many times they have played each other and who has won there? There you can see Lee Xuerui 5-0. And the last one at the Singapore Open 2014, a clear winner over there as well, 21-13, 21-13. So that's the way she has been dominating her matches against Sung. And that's Uday Sane, experienced umpire from India, the chair umpire today, and that's Pokorni, who will be the service judge. Two officials who are going to control the proceedings in this match so far. And a bit more about Lee Xuerui, 16 individual titles. She won the silver in 2013 World Championship, Asian Championships gold in 2010, 2012. And of course she has ensured that China won the Yuba Cup 2012 and the Sudirman gold in 2013. And in 2008, where she was the Asian Junior Champion. And along with me is Trupti Murgunde. Trupti, welcome. Well, 5-0 head-to-head, Trupti. I think those statistics, then this could well be 6-0 in favor of Lee Xuerui.
Yes, absolutely, Sanjay. As you said, the head-to-head is 5-0, and also whatever the scores have been, when times it's in straight games, Lee Xuerui has beaten Jihyun. So on paper, definitely she looks more comfortable to play this opponent.
Well, the highest rank that Jihyun had in 13 when she was one step ahead at the 4th world rank, and she has won the Korean Grand Prix title in 2011. The Korean Super Series as well, she won in 2013. Is Taipei winner of the Grand Prix Gold in 2013, and she also was a finalist of the Denmark Super Series. And in the 2014 edition, Trupti, she beat Wang Qishan for the title.
Korea, represented
Yes,
by
she's been a fine player. She has been in circuit for quite some time.
on my left,
And as you said,
China,
she's recently won championships beating a
Lee
Chinese.
Xuerui.
But unfortunately, she's not playing Jihyun Wang here. She is meeting Lee Xuerui.
China to serve, love all, play.
Well, they're almost the same. These fantastic shuttlers. representing the country with pride. And history, of course, is with Xuerui and China. What happens in this match? The court and no problem there. In fact, the first rally itself, both trying to get into the rhythm.
Love.
And Xuerui claiming the first point. And obviously through each other so many times, they've watched each other so many times, so I don't think there'll be sort of any areas where they would not know how to attack or how to defend against their opponent.
Yes, absolutely. And has been an offensive game, and I'm sure she will maintain that kind of game to play Jihyun Suk, which will definitely make her more comfortable.
Well, she has a bit of a strapping there. I hope there is nothing wrong with her, but we saw that before also. The Korean has to be careful about, and that's the strapping I was talking about. I really serious over there, but she is up 2-1. Nice tosses on the overhead area of Xuerui there from the Korean. Jihyun. Right there. Trupti, she knows that she's got to push Xuerui on the baseline and try to dominate the net area or get a chance for that half smash which we just saw.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be very... Either of the players, whoever is going to dominate the most, is going to be in the match, and attack is just going to be the main thing.
Well, the Korean patiently there, just going for a stroke. I don't think she's so much bothered about any big names on the other side. She knows her craft, she knows what is to be done, and she's going about it nicely. Still early days yet, but soon leading by 1 point. The last time Singapore Open this year, where Xuerui defeated her Korean opponent Jihyun 21-13, 21-13. So the Chinese bench. That has landed outside and giving a 3-point clear lead at this moment to Jihyun.
Have been playing at a very good pace. Now a little bit Xuerui will open up. This was a good rally, what we saw. I think that's going to be really important because she's made a few errors in the beginning of the game.
Koreans were making it difficult for Xuerui. Jihyun really finding good length as far as the lifts and the tosses are concerned, and they are creating some problems for Xuerui already.
Yes, she's put back and then keeping her in the front. She's just making Xuerui be on the toes, making her move all around the court, and looking very much charged up, looking forward for it.
Oh yes, nicely played. The service was short, and that gave her the opportunity to go for that cross-court winner. Excellent rally there. Test of patience and character for both. Trupti, where the shuttle was going to the baseline, there were no short shots over here, no shot which were middle of the court, not allowing either one of them to go into attack.
Yes, Ji Sung-yoon is a little bit on the as far as we see, because she's got the draft behind her, so she doesn't have to use that much of strength to push the shuttle at the back, whereas Lee Xuerui has to really use her strength to push it behind.
Well, Sung Ji-hyun there, easy point for her, and she really is determined today, this lady. From in a match like this, when you are playing, two countries are playing against each other with a lot of history there, Trupti, that the first match has to come under your belt, because that gives you a psychological advantage.
Yes. It's always very important to take the first match, and also we see Lee Xuerui has started her international debut in juniors 2007. So in such a fraction she has reached at the highest level, and also she's been coached by Zhang Ning, who is also an Olympic champion.
Well, yes, China 7 apiece at the moment between Sung Ji-hyun and Lee Xuerui. And as he played that flick on the net, inside out, and she catches the Chinese by surprise. Wrong footed there. There we see that service. She going on the right side, and the shuttle sailing through on her forehand, on her backhand net area. Well, that's the draft for you. This is what she has to be alert about. And she has to be cautious there, especially the high lobs which are going to go outside if you use a little too extra strength.
That's a beautiful shot play. She caught Jihyun right at the back, pushed it with a nice toss, and then played that half smash. I think this is what the strategy Lee Xuerui also has to keep going, because this is going to work. Who is all at the same time trying to attack more.
Well, this time she left her forehand flank open. Return really not going deep, neither with enough height. And the Korean was ready there, pouncing on it. Middle of the court.
Ji Sung is with Lee Xuerui, keeping her completely on toes, and looks like she's just not afraid whatever losses she's had in her previous meetings.
Well, she's on a semi-finals between these two countries, and Sung Ji-hyun has a work cut out for her. If Korea has to have a chance, they must win this singles. It's very important to get the first single. Head-to-head between the two is 5-0 in favor of Lee Xuerui.
That's a good judgment by Lee Xuerui, wrapping up the game at a...
Well, there we are. That was the push, an easy point there for Lee Xuerui, going outside on that sideline, and the Chinese now leading by 2 points. So the first game on 10 minutes, and Lee Xuerui now 11-9 up. Well, Lee Xuerui there, the tactic seems to be clear. Push the opponent behind, and somehow or the other go for that forehand flank with those half smash. yes, that forehand flank again. This time the drop shot from the crowd.
9.
Big rally this one for Lee Xuerui, and a good point.
Yes, Lee Xuerui is completely making Jihyun move around, and then when she's right under the shuttle trying.
Well, this is what they are fighting for. The trophy on the left is the glittering Uber Cup, donated by Betty Uber, and that was long time. It is the Thomas Cups, George Thomas from England, both the donors, and Thomas Cup, of course, starting off in 1948. China has had a huge success to join the world body, winning the Uber Cup 12 times, and that's a record very difficult to defeat. That was the one that she missed out, Jihyun, that overhead down the line, and allowing now a 4-point lead. Well, she was there. A late return on the net by Lee Xuerui, catches shuttle very late there, and the height was little good. Here she comes, Jihyun, and no problem there to get that point. Well, it is the compliment has been returned. A little late on the net. Jihyun pulling it up, little high, and Lee Xuerui was there.
Jihyun is getting her deceptive shots at the net, and it is being quite useful against Xuerui. I think she should use them more often and try and mix it up with good attack.
Well, yes, the net area is, if she can move in there early, she'll probably create some problems for Lee Xuerui. But then the Olympic champion has a lot of weapons in her armory, out one by one.
Lee Xuerui at the same time has definitely upped her pace, and now Jihyun is finding it a bit difficult to come under the shuttle and make those strokes what she wants.
Well, 15-10, nice lead. This time again on the net, a backhand tap right in the center,
10.
and she is now slowly but surely moving in this first game. And China, of course, have not lost a single match so far, Trupti. In the group matches, that was Group W. They beat Russia 5-0, England 5-0, and Chinese Taipei 5-0. And as luck would have it, England again in the draw met China in the quarters and lost 0-3.
They've had an incredible run-up to the semis, and I'm sure, looks like, at least on the paper, that they would probably maintain the same way.
17. I think Lee Yongbo would be really happy if China can win the Uber Cup without dropping a match. It is possible. They have such a depth and such lineup.
Yes, if you see the lineup, you have the top three in the women's singles, so I don't think anything can get better than that.
Absolutely. In doubles too, they are strong, especially Tang Jinhua and Bao Yixin, winning 5 titles towards the end of 2013 on a trot, and that were major titles. But it is 18-10 now. We had some glimpses, some hopes at the start of this first game, but Lee Xuerui clearly is first game.
11-18.
This time the backhand getting caught there in the middle of the court by Jihyun. Cross court this time, overhead. Great deception there. And Sung on a forehand flank, thinking it will come again there, and totally beaten by that shot. There we go. That's the lift, quite deep, but caught on the wrong foot. Jihyun. Well, match point coming up. Last match between the two, last tie that they played was in 2014 Singapore Open. Beat Jihyun 21-13, 21-13. But today the first game here in Yuva Cup after that clash, and the Chinese there has got the first game at 21-11. So there we are, strapping a knot on her left knee. She's been moving with ease. Probably the strapping more of. There it is. Just about 16 minutes for 21-11. Win in the first game. The strapping may be more of a precaution. She seems to be fine. She's
Code to 20 seconds. Code to 20 seconds.
Well, the two trophies again, handsome trophies. The one on the left, the Yuva Cup, which has been dominated by China since 1984, except for a brief 1996 when Suzy Susanti led Indonesia grabbed two of the titles, and Korea in 2010 it has been China all the way from 1984, and it was in Kuala Lumpur 2000 stunned China to annex the trophy for the first time. Jihyun on the far side, Lee Xuerui of China with the back to the camera, 21-11 the first point already with her.
One love.
Sanjay, we have noticed in the first game that in the first half of the first score was going very neck to neck, but that is the best part of the Chinese. They know when to up their pace and when to really bring out their weapons, their much strength, and they huge lead and finish the game.
Trupti, you have played a lot of badminton for India. Tell me, is it just the physical aspect of the game that the Chinese ladies are so strong, or it is also the mental aspect?
Both ways. You have to be mentally strong if you are lacking in the score, and then you have to really analyze. You just get few seconds to analyze what's going wrong and what right. So it plays mentally and at the same time physically. If you're not moving or you're not getting a right rhythm or the momentum, so you have to work a little more harder for that. So it works both ways.
Right up there ever since they joined the world body in 1982, the ladies have been dominating one after the other. Well, this time middle of the court, return not so deep as she wanted. Lee Xuerui there, and Jihyun. There we see it go, and beaten by that angle there. The Olympic champion, 16 titles, major titles in the world already with her. London Olympics, Asian champion. She must have been in this sort of situation umpteen number of times. Slight flick of the wrist as the court goes out, giving 2 points lead. Same sort of score was there in the first game as well, Trupti.
Actually, what I was telling earlier, that I hope that she is able to maintain this kind of momentum and the pace what she is playing.
Well, that one catching the tape and falling. Sitter there for Lee Xuerui, almost near the net. And the return was very, very short there. Surprisingly, she did not go into attack there. That was the lift and gave the equalizer to Lee Xuerui. Well, nicely judged. She was behind the shuttle watching it, and then leaving it at the very last moment there.
Yes, I think Ji Sung-yoon at this time, she has to play with the same strategy what she had started off, where she was more attacking and was more comfortable on the net with playing those deceptive shots. She should try and get those many more.
She's definitely playing on the better side as far as this stadium is concerned. And that is what is required. Patiently wait for your opening, go for the long shots, the deep shots in the middle of the court, and then hammer it as she did just now. There it is. That's a smash. Down the line from the forehand area. Lot of hard work in that rally as Xuerui made a run all over the place, but Jihyun kept a cool, and that lift was perfect right on the baseline there, getting that point, and now she's a point ahead at 9-8. So the Korean trying to do for her country what teams before her did, especially in 2010 when they snapped a winning streak of China and claimed the Yuba Cup at Kuala Lumpur. Well, that's the second time from the same area. First it was backhand, and now it is that overhead shot that she actually hits into the net.
Yes, there we saw her movement was a little lethargic. She should have got there much earlier, taken that leap, and be under the shuttle more better. I think after that it's your control what you're going to do.
She has pulled that one outside. Out of position for that particular shot. Still she went for it, Xuerui, and she paid the penalty. So 10-9 to Jihyun. Nicely flicked. Double action, backhand there, and it can play it perfectly, play it correctly, and that was one of them from the Olympic champion, equalizing now at 10. She tried to brush that down the sideline from the forehand. Each time that particular shot, there you see it go. She sets it up nicely, Xuerui, but anxiety there, trying to play it too sharp, losing that point to lead by 1 point there in this second game in 28 minutes after losing the first 11-21 to Xuerui of China. So Xuerui already on court. Wanting to change the shuttle here.
Play.
11-10 for Jihyun. She lost the first one rather easily. She was moved all across the court. First game 11-21. Oh yes. Consecutive shot there. Smash down the line. Earlier on also we saw Lee Xuerui getting caught there, and this time absolutely beaten by that real Scotcher set. So
and there you see Lee Xuerui absolutely anticipating, push at the back, and was waiting for that wicker return in the front.
in fact we saw a lot of flicks on the deep forehand area of Jihyun. This time she's trying to exploit the backhand on the baseline, but this time middle of the court, and heavy punishment from Jihyun.
11.
Yes, Lee Jihyun is looking more better and looks back that she got into the pace, and it will be interesting if Lee Xuerui really ups her pace beyond this.
Well, absolutely. She has to attack more. That is what is required. And of course, she'll be assisted by these sort of mistakes coming from the Olympic champion.
11.
The world number one now under pressure. Jihyun serving Korea in this semi-final match against China. In fact, most of the players are hitting more of half smashes. They are still not really hitting those scorchers, except very rare smashes that we have seen so far.
Yes, when you find them effective and your way, why not go for those? And it is a good strategy where, in fact, Lee Xuerui has been pushing Jihyun Sung right at the back with a slight deception in her toss, so which on her wrong foot, and then play those half smashes.
Well, nice, useful lead now. 4 points ahead, Jihyun. And very of Lee Xuerui. Unforced errors now coming from this great player from China. Well, that's a half smash again, but it doing the damage there. Second one on the trot there
16.
from the overhead area by Lee Xuerui.
I think it's much more quicker stroke compared to a smash, because there's a lot of use of wrist to play that kind of half smash, play that down overhead, and a very crisp one.
Because you can keep that in control. Smash with that angle is difficult to control. And who better to use tactics like this than this player from Olympic champion. Same area. First game we saw her exploiting the forehand area, forehand region of Sung. Expression on the face says it all. Set the glove of sending that shuttle outside without control. Couple of inches, quite a bit outside on the sideline, cross court side. 17-16. Was waiting. She saw the opportunity. Nice dribble. Just catching the tape. Hyun there, along with a younger compatriot Sun Yu. That's a shot. Just rolling over. Played to perfection there by the world number one. And finally, some fine ones there from Korea. Jihyun, 3 continuous smashes, got the opening and went for that killer. That's the second one, and the area was open there on the forehand flank. Still a point ahead of this second game. Confidently left on the net. She moved in very fast, and Jihyun was outpaced by that shot. The Chinese Thomas Cup was there, playing the third match today, waiting for his time.
Lee Xuerui has to keep that attack going and mix up her half smashes with some drops, and just get those good dribbles.
Well, again, losing the patience here. Xuerui he was going for deep shots, deep tosses on the baseline, and then suddenly an unforced error here. Very much in position, very much in command, but plays that out. And crucial stages now in the second game. Jihyun of Korea leading 19-18. The service not going very deep.
19.
But that's an error that she may well regret. And then she finally gets the net caught there. Now moves on to match point.
There was some good exchange of net shots, what we saw, which in fact brought back.
Well, definitely she is better on the net. Although she allowed Jihyun to go for some smashes, but she was there waiting. Nice retrieves. Gets the first one for China, and that was finished off with a beautiful smash there. Well timed, precise, perfect. She built up that rally nicely. 21-11, 21-19, and China goes ahead 1-0 in this semi-final tie against Korea.
Match won by 21-11, 21-19.
And there you see the Chinese coaches Chen Jin and Zhang Ning both have played at the.
So is all it took Xuerui 21-11, 21-19 to give China the first point.